everyone, it's Elizabeth from Fern Creek Stickers, and I'm here today to do a design with me. And I thought I would show you how I design monthly kits. Monthly kits are a little bit different because I'm really doing the same thing over and over again on a lot of different formats. And I think maybe people don't quite understand like what that actually looks like to offer monthly kits in a lot of different formats. So I'll only show you like in real time for one of the months, and then I'll speed you up through the rest of them. So the first thing, these are December kits, and the first thing that I have to do is look at a physical planner or calendar for December to see how long the strips that cover up the days not in the month need to be. And I found that they were the same as the September kits. So I'm gonna copy a September kit, and oops, this is gonna be 192 for December. So I'm copying that one from September and I'm gonna open it up. The only thing that's gonna be a little bit different with this is the kits for December have, or at least I guess 2 of the December kits have 5 colors and this has 4 colors in it. So I'm gonna need to do some changes to fix the number of colors. So I'm gonna open the swatches that I have for this kit, and then I am going to, I'll work on the Erin Condren 7x9, which is this one. But I'm realizing here I'm gonna need to open another file because what I have up here essentially is in Illustrator, to create this white part around the month, you have to change the text so it's like not live anymore. And I deleted, I have a thing up here with the different months that I clearly deleted from this one. So let me open up another one and find that. Yeah, so here I have them, and what this is, so this is telling me what which planner these are for, and then this is telling me how much of an offset path I need to create around them. So I'll go ahead and get these all fixed here. Okay, and this will make more sense in just a minute, but I'm gonna copy these into the document I'm working with. Perfect. All right, so again, I'm gonna do the 7x9 Erin Condren one first to show you kind of what my process is. And this is what I was talking about before. These are the pieces that vary by month and how long they are depending on how long the month is, how the days line up. So for this month, I needed one strip that was 4 days long and one strip that was 1 day long. And I already had that with the September kits, so that was perfect. I didn't need to make a new template for this month. So the first thing I'm gonna do is pick the design that I want to be on the main headers. And usually when I get to this point, I already know what I want it to be. And in this case, I wanted it to be these poinsettias. I think these poinsettias are just beautiful. And especially too, I'm trying to think about, for November and December, I'm offering 3 monthly kits because I'm offering 2 like holiday seasonal ones and then 1, well, I guess for December it's 2 Christmas ones, then 1 winter one. And for November it was 2 fall ones and then 1 just anytime kind of kit. So I'm also thinking too about what artwork is gonna be on the other kits, and so there's not gonna be another floral one. So I think that this is a really pretty option. So then I'm going to get this centered how I want. So play around with this a little bit. Let's see, maybe make this a little bit bigger, bring it down a little more. Then I want to get this centered left to right, so I need to bring it more over to the right, do it even more. Okay, so that looks pretty good at this point. So then I'm going to play around with the colors, and again, this current template has 4 colors, and this, I already have 5 colors picked out for this kit, so I am going to need to change the colors a little bit more than I would otherwise if this already had 5 colors in it, but that's not a big deal. So let's see. So this is where I just kind of play around with a little bit, like what do I think looks good, what contrasts well, what blends, how does it all work together? So I think I'm going to use red there. And then I'll actually go ahead and get the correct December here. So this is the December that goes with this one. So I'll show you, I have to make it so it's not live text anymore, and then I will create an offset path. And this is where this reference is useful because I want it to be 0.065 for the Erin Condren 7x9. So that's why I have those numbers there, so I remember what I want them to be. And then that gets changed to white. And I group it all together, and then this comes down here. So now I've got that changed to December, and I'll get that centered. Then we'll see what color I want this to be. So I think the dark green might be a good choice. Yeah, I think I'll go with the dark green for that. And then for the date dots, oops, those are still grouped. Let's see, select same fill color. Yeah, I think the gold might be nice for those. And then for the holidays, I think I'll do those as the other green. And then I'll make this that kind of taupe. Wait, I was talking a big talk about how the other kit only had 4 colors, and it had 5 colors. I'm totally fine. I was imagining things. I don't need to change the colors. I'm in good shape. All right, well, that makes my job a lot easier here. And then I'll change up here. I need to change this to have the correct SKU on it. So this is December 192. Then I need to change the holidays, and this is where, again, I have a physical planner open next to me, and I actually usually consult a few planners because they sometimes will put different holidays in. So December always has a lot of holidays, so I'm going to go ahead and put those in. So now that I have all the holidays, and it took me a second there to get them in the right order, then I just have to line them up with all the boxes. So just because the length changes every time, they always have to get recentered. Awesome, so now I've got the holidays in, and then the last thing to do is to get this skinny washi changed. So I'm looking at the different designs here and what might balance it out, and I think this greenery, adding some more dark green would be really nice there. So that is, wait, how did, oh, I undid something earlier, and I guess I accidentally undid that too. Oops. Okay, so now that is fixed. So then I come down here and do the strips that cover up the days not in the month. I need a better name for those. That's such an awkward thing to say. And so for this, I'm always trying to think about a design that's not too busy and that's pretty solid. So one thing that I think about when designing stickers, something like this, I like this design a lot, but something with a lot of white in it to cover a big space isn't ideal. I do it sometimes, but it's not the best choice. So I want something that's gonna be a design that's not too busy, that's gonna complement this one, and also is going to have not a ton of white in it. So something like those stripes could work. These other snowflakes with the sage background might work. Something like this greenery I really like, but I think that might be a little bit too busy to go with that. One of these solid color ones might be good. I think I'm actually going to go with this kind of taupe polka dots because there's not a lot of the taupe in here otherwise, and it's a nice contrast. You can pull it up here to kind of see how it looks together, and so it's not too busy, but it complements the poinsettias really nicely. So I do want the design to be a little bit bigger though, so I'm going to come up here and enlarge the design. Then I need to get it in this shape too, and I use a clipping mask here, and so this is one of the more technical parts of it, but because if I just filled this shape here, it wouldn't have the same scale. So instead I use a clipping mask, and so I need to send this to the back and then center those, make a clipping mask, and then center this here. So there we go. So then that is the 7x9 Erin Condren kit, but you can see here if I zoom out, here are all the different formats. So I've got this is the 7x9 plum paper, the 7x9 Moxie Life, the 2 versions of the A5 Erin Condren, the 8.5x11 Erin Condren, Hobonichi Cousin, and Hobonichi Weeks. And this is why I used to have A5 Plum Paper and Moxie Life kits, but they really did not sell very well, and so I stopped offering those, and that's just because then I have to do this same process over again for 2 more kinds of kits, and then we also have to print and cut them. So it's a lot of work to do a lot of monthly kit formats, and so I think that's something that people do ask me a lot, if I can offer monthly kits for other planners, and I understand, because it's really nice to have a monthly kit that fits perfectly, but it's something that is a lot of work to offer in more formats. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these designed, and I will speed you through that part of the process. Okay, so there are all of the monthly kits put together. So now I'm going to do this 2 more times for the other kits, but I'll be able to copy and paste from this template. So things like putting in the holidays and putting in where it says December, I'm not going to have to do that for the other 2 December kits. So they go a little bit faster, but that's what goes into designing a monthly kit. Also, I should say I kept waffling back and forth at the start about whether I had 4 or 5 colors. And yes, that September kit only had 4 colors. So I had to add the dark green in. I got messed up because I'd copied this in from July. So I'd added a 5th color. This is kind of in the weeds, but yeah, so I had to add add the dark green into some other places. But there you go. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you enjoy this little sneak peek at what is coming soon for December kits. I will see you all again soon. Bye everyone.